Okay, so we're going to talk about posture. Now, not many of us have been taught how to use our spine correctly. We should rest the weight of our body on the bones of our spine. Our spine naturally has these three curves. With these three curves in our spine has a little bit of suspension. If our spine was dead straight, every time we put our foot down, we get a shock wave going straight up our spine. So it's important that we try to maintain these three curves in our spine. A lot of people will slouch forward like this, and when we slouch forward like that, we flatten out the curves in our spine and put more pressure on the muscles and in the base of our spine. So what we want to do is keep this curve in particular in the base of the spine. The muscles in the spine up through here, which run up all the way to the skull. In here, when the spine is curved this way, the muscles are short. When the spine flattens out here, the muscles then have to elongate, which makes them weaker. So if we think about this like the biceps, if your biceps are here, it's very easy to lift from here to here. However, if your arms are here, it's difficult to lift from here to here. So if we think about this now, when our spine is in this position, the muscles here are short. When it is flattened out, the muscles then have to be longer. So it's essentially putting the muscles into this position and then asking them to work. So what we want to do to control the posture is actually use our chest. Now, if you place your finger just in here, you'll feel there's a little notch there. It's called your sternal notch. Now, if you imagine you've got a piece of string tied here, if we drop into a slouch, you can see my shoulders round forward, my head goes forwards. But if I imagine I've got a piece of string tied to this notch here, and we're going to pull this piece of string 45 degrees up and forwards, what happens is my shoulders roll back, my head comes up, and I get this little curve come back into my low back. So what I want you to do is stand there. I want you to put your hand in the base of your spine like so, and I just want you to drop your head forwards. And as you drop your head forwards, you'll feel that the muscles have to elongate in your low back and that you lose the curve in your low back a little bit. So now you can understand that if you keep your head up, then the muscles are going to function better. Now, if you just drop your shoulders forward slightly and feel what happens in your low back, again, you'll feel that you lose this curve very, very quickly. There's only a small amount of movement in my shoulders here, but the curve has already gone. These muscles down here have had to elongate and they're now in a weak position. So with your posture, I want you to control your posture from here, this sternal notch, rather than trying to use your muscles to pull yourself up. I want you to just lift from here, piece of string, 45 degrees up and forwards, until your back kind of slots into the right position. It shouldn't be muscular effort. There shouldn't be muscular effort in your spine to do this technique for controlling your posture. You should be able to feel like you're resting on the bones of your spine. So it's a very relaxed posture. And as I say, what happens is it draws your shoulders back when we do this, but without pulling them back. Okay, so if we go into that slouch again, and then just lift the piece of string from here, and we slot into the right position. The shoulders roll back and the head comes up. So that's a really important way to control your posture.